Hello and welcome to Mad Owl Goes Racing, where today we're going to be starting a career in Project Cars 2. This hopefully is going to be the first of many of the series. No promises, but we'll try. And we're going to start with the new driver screen and see if I can manage to actually type for once in my life. Because this is one of those things that, especially one of these little micro keyboards, can prove a little bit of a pain in the derriere, as the French love to say. Come on, select it. Thank you. To say that you oddly have to select twice to do anything is a bit of a pain, but we'll see how we get on and create. Now, this is the point where you decide what you're going to do in your career. Well, we're going to go for an endurance path, and we're going to go from the sports car, prototype, LMP3, into the World Endurance Championship eventually. So, what should you start in? Well, the question is, what's most appropriate to tin top racing? Well, realistically, it has to be the Ginetta Jrs. If my little mousey thing here will decide to move. So we're going to start in the Ginetta Jrs. This is reasonably well balanced car, so the Formula Rookie is a little bit tail happy at times. If you're not too sure on where you're going with it, you're possibly better off with the Ginetta. The karts, although fun, some people find they're a nightmare, so we might have a play with them at some point in the future, but for right now, we're just going to go with the Ginetta Jrs. Now, entirely up to you whether or not you watch the whole of this or whether you just skip it, but I'm going to skip it because I've seen it once or twice before. Right, in terms of choices, there's 2 championships in this particular series. You can't go into the second one until you finish the first one. Seems fair enough. Learn to walk before you can run. You have the choice of doing a short or a long version of the series. We're going to go with the full version, so that's full five rounds. Obviously, all UK-based circuits because this is a UK-based championship. We'll have a quick look at the rules and regs. They are fairly basic. Obviously, 1 practice round, 1 qualifying, 1 race. You qualify for the race. That defines your group position. You can, of course, skip all of this if you wish to. You can go straight to the race. We're going to go with a practice and a qualifying session. At all times, pit lane is open. Well, it needs to be because, frankly, we're going to run with the full damage. So any mistakes by my part could end up with wheels falling off and all sorts. But we'll try not to do that because it's not particularly constructive. Bonus points, fastest lap, fastest qualifier, 1 point for each of those, and you get the points go towards both the individual and the team's points because you're always teamed up with somebody, even if there's another AI. Right back from that. Now, there are several things you will need to choose, and we'll continue, hopefully. The first of which is your car, and we're going to go for this one up here for one very simple reason, because that's my age. Otherwise, the cars are all the same. So we'll go with that one. We'll sign our contract. We'll confirm that we're going to sign it, because there's nothing like having to press a button twice for one simple thing. We'll then go through all this. Well done, you purchased all this. Well, of course, we will eventually find the last. And here we go. Right. In here, we get all our stuff related to the championship we're currently doing. We have manufacturer drives up the top here, which you will get invited to through an association with various manufacturers. There's invitational events. And the most important bit is your progress and settings up here, which is where you define, if I can remember where it is, under your career settings, how hard you want to make it for yourself. Well, we're going to go with 105% because I'm going to try and stick with this throughout the series. I'm not the world's fastest person. I admit that without any problem at all. Some races, it will mean that I'm possibly ahead of the rest of the AI. Other races, it might mean I'm slightly behind. And it also depends on what the weather's like, how well the AI deal with it compared with how well I deal with it. Aggression-wise, I find that not having the aggression on too high leads to better racing, because you're not find the AI trying to push their noses in everywhere. You can push it up if you like, but personally I'm going to leave it at 50. We'll save that. Now, back to the career. Hopefully I got the wrong one. Get the right one in a minute. Home. Yep. Right. Now, first round is at the lovely Alton Park circuit up north near Liverpool somewhere, if I remember rightly, which is a wonderful circuit. Only ever been there personally once. Went there with a friend of mine who was racing bikes. I did some spannering, and it is one of the laser scan circuits in project cars, and we're going to go straight in. We're going to do no practice, because that's 30 minutes, and I think that's, for me, for this particular session, I don't think I really need 30 minutes of practice to learn my way around the circuit. Unfortunately, you can't adjust how long the practice sessions are. That's one of the strange decisions made whilst working on Project Cars 2, is you can't actually define, because personally 5 minutes just to make sure I'm going the right way around the circuit is more than enough for me. Qualifying, we'll have that on, and the race will be the maximum length we can have. I mean, you can go down, I think 5 minutes is probably the minimum. Oh, 3 minutes. So you could basically have a 3-lap race. Can't remember how long the lap is, but we're going to go for the full fat 15 minutes. So 15 minutes of qualifying. We might say halfway through it that we're going to shorten it, but here we go. Just untangle my lead. Turn the volume down a bit. Right, we're going to go with the default setup. We're not going to mess with anything. We're just going to do a couple of 3 laps.
Go, go, go!
I don't know how my FFB is going to be, because I've been playing with it and forgotten what I was set it to.
Remember now, take it easy on these tires till you get some heat in there. Don't push too hard too soon. Fast lap. Let's take the pole.
And here we go. Lots of curb. The AI are quite slow out of there, so hopefully we'll gain a bit of run. Lots of curve, lots of corner cutting, all legally of course. Feed in the power. Oh, there's a lot on there. Grass a bit on the outside, but got away with it. Just. Not sure we've got a tap on the backside there, but we'll have to do 2 more laps. Let's see if we can break the toe on this behind us now. Behind us having a bit of an argument. Try that properly this time. Currently about a second off the pace, which is not great. Skip over the corner again. Get round there a little bit quicker than that. Right, we're 7th at the moment. Let's see if we can push it a little bit further than that. A little bit better. This should take us up to about 4th. Or 3rd. Got a little less curve on the inside. You know, it says our tyres are warming up nicely, we're getting faster. It may be down to me not having driven for a while, or it might be down to the fact the tyres are getting good heat all the way through the carcass, which improves the grip. Yeah, that was a little slow. That was a better exit. You notice I didn't bother with taking lots of fuel out of the car or any other tuning stuff that you could do. That's because I don't actually worry that much about the qualifying, really. And in fact, project cars, the way the AI work in Korea is the AI tend to be a slight tad slower in the first series. That way you build into them as you go through the series. Hopefully that should make life a little more interesting further along. So if you find you're a bit too quick initially, you can always wind it up, but then you might find that in the next series you suddenly find your pushed up rating suddenly makes you appearing at the back of the grid instead of the front. So I can't say that I've actually run a career for at least 6 to 12 months, I think, since I last ran a career. I did a lot during the development. I was running several careers concurrently, testing. But you get to the point, I think, where you've done so many through the development phase that you actually get to the game release and go, I really don't want to do this. Front end's a little light there. Whoops. Lumpy curbs. My own personal opinion is it's not about how fast you are, it's about being consistent. So if you find you're a little bit behind other people over a single lap, don't worry about it, because they might be the sort of people who spend more time driving off the circuit than on it. So you can quite often make up a lot. You find this a lot in multiplayer, that you'll qualify a load down and then through the race you'll find people are just playing skittles and you just drive through the middle of it. Hopefully the AI are a little bit more consistent than that and manage to stay on the circuit a bit more, but and that's probably true of 90% of online racing in all sims, all racing games in some ways. It doesn't matter if it's iRacing or... It always appears that there's just so many people who just haven't got what it takes to actually work out where you are relative to other cars, how much difference there is in the speed of approaching a corner. I don't know what it is really, but it's one of those facts of life that online racing and being crashed into seem to go hand in hand. Now, I will say that Assetto Corsa Competizione is trying a slightly different approach with their... I think they're trying basically to persuade people that you shouldn't be driving absolutely at the limit all the time, which is more or less what I've been saying for years to people. You don't have to be over the limit trying all the time. You just have to be at or about the limit, and as long as you're at or about the limit and doing it consistently, then that's what counts. Said about consistency, I don't think I'm being that consistent. I was being attacked by a pigeon then. A big shadow appeared in front of the window beside us here. One more lap after this one, I think. Should see us done. Well, we'd do if we hadn't run out of fuel anyway, so. Pull off the circuit, keep out of everybody's way. I did, of course, forget that that doesn't actually put enough fuel in the car in qualifying to do a full 15 minutes, but I think we should be alright there. And there we have it, we are on pole for the first round. Right. Hang on, the keyboard's falling asleep. Right, the weather looks like it's going to be the same as it was, more or less, for the qualifying session, so I don't think we need to do anything. 8 litres of fuel should hopefully be enough for 15 minutes. So let's go for it.
Okay, it's your first career race. Let's get it off to a good start.
We're off a line cleanly. Not forgetting, of course, that the II are not too aggressive on the first lap, so you can afford to be a bit more aggressive yourself. Now it's all about management and not making mistakes.
Solid opening lap. Nice work.
Quite alright, Ben. Thank you very much. Very kind. For those who keep thinking, why does he keep looking at his mirror all the time? It's habit from 30 plus years of riding motorcycles. I do tend to keep an eye on my mirrors a lot.
2 lengths behind.
You said that last lap.
Your best sector 2 time so far. Great job.
Now for those who are wondering just how good, bad or indifferent this particular circuit is, this is probably the most dodgy corner because there is so easy to overrun on the grass on the outside there. Again, that if you run too much curb on the inside may cause your car all sorts of problems, so that you can just run, use a little curve on the outside. Again, click the apex here, all used to the circuit, get your inside curb, just nudge the curbs on both sides there. I prefer not to run that curve too much because it is rough as guts, to use a quaint expression.
Minutes to go.
Close to the edge on the exit there.
That's your fastest lap so far today.
It's very easy to take far too much speed through the first corner there and actually end up running over the curves and ending up out of bounds and getting yourself a penalty that you will have to give back time on, so better than not take too much. Keep things nice and neat and tidy.
That's your fastest second sector. Keep it up. Nice one.
He does get a bit repetitive after a while. Nicely controlled.
That's your fastest lap in the race so far. We could do with a bigger gap to second place. Your pace is consistent, try and string out some good laps and build that gap.
He's a hard taskmaster. Let's see if we can keep Ben happy this time.
That lap is a new personal best. Good job. Keep pushing.
Now in theory, as your fuel goes down, every single lap should be quicker than the last lap, but
Brilliant first sector. That's your best so far.
it doesn't always work like that.
7 minutes to go.
About a second and a half on the car behind, which is not a huge gap. Gives you enough room to make a little bit of an error without too many worries. But you just keep calm, keep driving smoothly. That's all we need to do. I don't know what it is about this particular car, but it sounds like the phone ringing. Just in case you're wondering why I keep thinking, what's he looking at? And thanks for that, I've lost that. Oh,
5 minutes to go.
Right, time for a little push.
That's your fastest first sector time. Remaining.
Not sure how we lost all the time on the last corner.
Pace, lovely and consistent. Let's try and build the gap, push out some strong laps. Got one 2 lengths back.
Turned in a little early there and had to get out of it and get back on it.
Fastest first sector you've done so far. Great job. Two minutes remaining.
Might with the last lap, it might not.
1 minute to go.
We might have to do one more. Really tight. No.
Final lap, final lap. Don't let him pass in the final sector. Keep pushing. That's your best sector 2 time so far today. Great stuff.
And there we have it, victory. And we'll pause there and skip the cooldown lap. Right, I'm going to view the replay so I can save it and I won't replay it all now. I might overlay it in the corner or something. We'll see. Depends how good, bad or indifferent it looks when I try it. Assuming, of course, that this is all recorded all right in the first place. Otherwise, it can look a hell of a plonker. So, here we go. Replay. And somewhere around here is a way to save it. I can't remember where it is. Oh, there it is. Right, here we go. Team. My team is leading. Go my team. And my teammate was second, so that's good for both the team and the championship. And there we have it. That was the first round of the Ginetta Junior UK Championship. Full race distance, all of 15 minutes, which is actually longer than the majority of races I ever did when I was riding motorcycles, which tended to be 4 to 6 laps at club meetings. Again, it's all about just get out there and try it. If you haven't tried the career, it's got enough going for it. I'm one of the people who does not have to have a specific target. I race because I enjoy the racing. I don't race because I have to be winning some cup. I don't have to some accolade, some other thing. It's about the racing. And if you don't enjoy the racing, you're really doing the wrong thing. So until next time, have fun and enjoy your racing.